So it's the final day of the regatta, a light wind forecast. We're going to be waiting ashore for a little bit of time, but fingers are crossed. I'm with Don Cowie from the sled. Don, how are things at this regatta?
Yeah, it's been good so far. Obviously, the first 3 days of sailing were really nice. A little disappointing, obviously, we didn't get any sailing in yesterday, but it's always a nice place to come to, Newport, for sure.
You've been here many, many times, I guess.
Yeah, sailing all sorts of boats too. Yeah, so our owner, Mr. Okura, he really enjoys Newport, and I think it's just got a great atmosphere.
What do you like about it most of all? Obviously, you know it pretty well.
The sailing's great, but also the history. You know, I mean, the America's Cup was here for 132 years or whatever it was, a long time. So there's plenty of history in the town, and I think the people enjoy the sailing side. The sailing scene here is really good, but of course the sailing normally is really enjoyable.
What about your season so far?
Yeah, it's been a little. We've had a couple of little bits of bad luck. We broke a jib clip in Palmer, which basically cost us a position on the podium. And the second race here on the second day, we had a breakdown as well, which cost us a few points. So we're getting in our stride. We've got a few new people. You know, Ado in the back of the boat, who's doing a great job with Mr. Okura, and you know, we're making improvements. So we're pretty happy.
What does Ado bring to the party? Vast experience. He's won here before.
Yeah, and also he's a very good owner-driver tactician. You know, it's a different role to a pro driver tactician. You know, you're talking to the owner a lot around the corners and stuff like that. So Ado's very experienced at that. And then you put him with Murray Jones and Gero and Andrea. We've got, you know, a pretty strong back of the boat.
What are you looking at for the season then?
To win is always the goal. Look, it's important that we get a good place. You know, we've been just chipping away in the fourths and fifths for a while now since we won in 21. So you know, it's also important that Mr. Okura enjoys his time racing. It's not just about the result for him; it's also about the experience and learning as he goes along on the journey.
And what about new boats? I mean, we've got 2 new boats. I think it's an open secret. You looked at it closely. The jury's out, or what's your view personally?
Personally, I think at the moment the jury's out probably a little bit. We'll see these boats improve performance. You know, the boats don't just come out of the box and fast. Every boat takes a little while to work up, and we're seeing a few glimpses of performance from these new boats. But there's also some new other packages around that are on existing boats, so there's plenty of development going on, which is a great thing about the 52 class.
What would be your next steps with this boat then?
That's a tricky one. I'm not sure I'd tell you that sort of stuff.
But there are incremental gains still to be made, even with these boats.
Absolutely. Look, as you've seen this week, I mean, I don't think we've seen the racing as tight as we've seen. Top and bottom marks this week has been amazing. So there is some changes can make. Just give you that extra boat length so you get across at the top mark.
Where do you put the circuit globally at this stage?
Well, I think next event, I think we're looking at 11 boats, or maybe even 12 if the old Pravitsa comes back to the fleet. So we often ask Mr. Okura, what do you want to do, you know, and he says, well, you know, I want to go racing, and if you want the best racing, the TP52 circuit is Super Series is the best, we think, keelboat racing there is.
Great, have a good day. Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
It's Don Cowie then. Leaving the picture gracefully as ever, but we're going to keep waiting. I say we've got an AP up first thing this morning. We're going to wait for this northerly drainage breeze to disappear, hopefully a sea breeze to come in, but really it's going to be another day of waiting. Of course, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic on top. They're in the box seat. Another beautiful morning here in Newport, Rhode Island. Fleet goes afloat. We're part of the Newyork Yacht Club's annual regatta. Yesterday was given over to the Round the Island race. Beautiful chance to sail round these historic sailing waters for the TP52s. Meantime, Platoon are back on the water today. They had a long 36 hours replacing the rudder.
We got a rudder from Gladiator, we got new bearings from Sled, and managed to work them in to fit. And quick practice sail yesterday, so it will work today. We're back on the water, thankfully.
At the top of the table, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic have still got that slender lead, being chased by Vayu. Well, after over 5 hours on the water waiting for the breeze to come in, unfortunately there's been no wind today. We've had the sea breeze and the gradient breeze just fighting each other over the course of a long afternoon, and in the end, unfortunately, no racing. Historic Newport and the New York Yacht Club is the perfect platform for VIP entertaining. We've had a big programme for the VIP guests from XS, one of our principal sponsors. They've had a great few days. They've been out racing on a variety of different race boats. They've been able to come out and watch the racing up close and personal and meet some of the teams. So a great experience for all.
You know, you always watch these things from the outside, but when you get a chance to actually be on the boat, watch the teamwork, and it's the teamwork together, it was just a memory of a lifetime.
I got a chance to sit on the rail. I got a chance to grind quite a bit, and it was fantastic. We had a great experience out on the water.
So the standings after 6 races: Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, 17 points. Second, Vayu, 20 points. Third, on 32 points, are Gladiator. Also on 32 points are Allegre and Sled. So unfortunately no racing today here in Newport. A big final day in prospect. Forecast is just a little bit better. Can Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, be the hometown heroes and win the second regatta of the season? Well, that remains the question. Can Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, deliver on home waters for the New York Yacht Club? And we are still waiting. Unfortunately, we've got rather used to waiting here after a long day yesterday. And what's a little bit more frustrating this time is we have some races going on round about us. We're stuck in this kind of no-go zone where the northerly drainage breeze, which some fleets were racing in further up towards the bridge and out to sea in the sea breeze, and we're stuck in this little area. However, fingers crossed. To my eye, it looks a little bit better than yesterday, but and all credit to Maria and the race team from the New York Yacht Club. They're doing all they can to get going, but I think we're going to have to wait for a while. So, of course, it's Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, have not won a regatta as the American Magic collaboration project all the way through last season. They were always there or thereabouts on the last days, but did not manage to close out. It was actually Barcelona at the end of the 2022 season when the last Quantum Racing won. So a mood of anticipation, certainly after the season they had last year, which was really a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. I think every single regatta last year they had a different afterguard for various different reasons. But having ridden out that and still finished second on the circuit, then I think this season already is shaping up to be good. They are leading the overall circuit standings, and that, as Matt Cassidy's told us a few times this week, that's really, of course, what they're focused on. Meantime, Team Vayu with Manu Weiler going well this regatta. They too were in great shape last season in Scarlino. They had a chance of winning in Scarlino, but in actual fact, they had when the chips were down, I think on the last race, they were OCS, had to recross the line, and that left them in third. However, they have a nice 12-point lead over Gladiator. But these three boats, Gladiator, Allegre and Sled, you all pinned together on 32 points, and you'd have to say with an equal chance of the podium. If we go racing, meantime, Phoenix, a little bit up and down. They started well with that second place when Tina was driving. But really they've got loads of potential, and Tina and Hasso, the co-owners, sharing the steering this week, really showing great potential, and they're doing all of the rest of the regattas this season, so I'm sure we'll see Phoenix on the podium at some point this season. Platoon Aviation, well, really a cruel blow for them on the last race that we did when they hit an object in the water. A great show of solidarity and sportsmanship from the technical teams round about the dock in the shipyard with I think it was Sled and Gladiator providing a rudder and bearings, but lots and lots of different people from the different teams helping out, just making sure that Platoon are back on the water. So they're a little bit behind, still a chance of getting on the podium if we could get a couple of races away. Interlodge a little bit further back, 39 points for the moment. Unfortunately, Austin Fragaman, who's the owner-driver, was ill for a couple of days, but that's a little bit of a disappointment for him, having waited for so long to host the 52s here. And Paprec, some good points with them. They had that second on the third race. they've been in contention many times, but really showing loads of potential for this season. So too with Alpha Plus. So that's how things stand. I am slightly encouraged by what I see round about me. But we're going to have to keep waiting, and to that end, we'll take a little bit of a break just now and come back as soon as we are ready to go racing. So here's hoping.
Palm Beach Motor Yachts is proud to support the XS52 Super Series Newport, Rhode Island Trophy. The competitive spirit and drive for excellence is at the heart of all Palm Beach Motor Yachts. It's a privilege to showcase our two flagship models, the beautiful Palm Beach 70 and the exhilarating Palm Beach GT60, built using our proprietary V-Warp technology, delivering class-leading speed, performance, and unrivaled fuel efficiency. Experience a true yachtsman's powerboat. PalmBeachMotorYachts.com.
contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. Wonder if there's peace that I could find, instead of always being on the grind. I need a new purpose, I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching, you're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything seems hazy, is there some place for safety I could go? Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away, you're never too far to run. Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away. It gets so loud that I can barely hear. But your words speak much louder than all my fears. Sometimes I just wanna disappear, running until I can feel you near. I need a new purpose, I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching, you're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything seems hazy, is there some place for safety I could go? Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away, you're never too far to run. Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away.
take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. You wanna know is how to hold on to it every moment. Dive into it like my love is an ocean. It's overflowing. I swear it's golden. So good that I'm rolling. Baby, you make me crazy. I'm seeing roses. Baby, just maybe you save me. Oh, take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine. Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling.
Well, welcome back to Newport. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's been a long, long wait. Through yesterday we had no racing. Always the possibility, but it did not quite come through. But the good news now is we have a start line laid. We have a breeze wind axis 150, I think, and we have our course laid, and we're inside the countdown. Breeze probably just on 6 knots, maybe just a little bit, and in essence we have the same kind of breeze that we had when we started this regatta in the middle of the week. So things looking good, and possibly the chance that it may build. But we're in this wind axis is very different. It'll be the first time we've raced in this wind direction. So far it's been generally the sea breeze. So all new as Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, seek to close out their first title since they became American Magic, or since the collaboration with American Magic started in Saint-Tropez last year. So they're looking pretty cool, calm and collected, and indeed we spoke to some of the guys this morning in the shipyard, and the words of James Lyne, their coach, I think ringing in their ears, it's eat, sleep, repeat. It's just keep on doing what you've been doing so far. It's been working fine. They've been quick. They've sailed smartly. Just that one little instant when they came up directly against Platoon. Platoon squeezed them off a little bit, and that was that 8th place. So the same thing applies for Vayu. Vayu on course for second, and behind them this lovely little tussle between the Gladiator, Allegra and Sled. All the time, of course, we may be talking about the regatta, but all the time it's about the 52 Super Series Championship. Finishes up in September in Valencia, and it's all about who's on the top step off the podium then. So looking upwind, well, little bit patchy perhaps, but certainly a good breeze on the start line. For me, the fleet congregating more towards the windward end of the line perhaps. On board with Gladiator then, who are lying third. Guille Parada, the helmsman, 4 times winner of the 52 Super Series as skipper and helmsman. So really the most successful helmsman on the water at the moment is steering the Gladiator, you have to say that. Harry Melgis, a young helmsman on Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, is very much the up-and-coming talent. But for sure this fleet mustering or gathering towards the committee vote end of the line, suggesting breeze was possibly a little bit right for the line. And of course, as we all know, it's impossible for everybody to start in the key position. At the moment, that position is being held by Phoenix. Gladiator just pulling the bow down momentarily just to build some speed. But this looks like it could be an interesting race. Not everybody can get off the line in the key position. Harmuller Spear nicely set up, and Gladiator pull the trigger. Individual recall. One boat recalled. Hard to see who that was. But certainly Gladiator. Bow number 3, yes it is. Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, are over the start line. That's what I thought. Having to restart. Quantum having to restart just when they needed to, just start cleanly off the line. So straight off the bat, they're behind the fleet and have work to do. And that is an unforced error from the team, which are bidding to win their first title. So the no matter what, it's advantage Vayu just now. Good start from Gladiator on the left-hand side of the group. Platoon got off that line beautifully. Would it be great to see them finish on a high note, potentially? Certainly not over for Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic. But they have a long way to catch up. But out on their own at the moment is Platoon Aviation, the Harmuller-Spears team. Bouncing back with a borrowed rudder. Meantime, Gladiator going well on this left side. Allegra not quite as good off the line. So say this is a new wind direction. And Quantum then really struggling actually for pace as well. Not quite able to get powered up for the meantime. Out on that right side is Vayu. Seem to have got away okay. Vayu, Alpha Plus and Sled away out on the right, looking upwind. So, could this be a dream finish for Vayu and a nightmare finish for Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic? We're only in the very, very early stages of the first upwind. And of course, our cut-off for the day is 3:30, 15:30 hours local time. On average, our races last 1 hour, so plenty of time if this breeze stays in, and it looks pretty decent just now. So credit so far to Platoon, starting low risk in the middle of the line. And they really do seem to have legs. Nice lane for them just now. The question is what happens over on that right side where Vayu are. Certainly Platoon with control of the group on the left. Gladiator putting their faith on this, the left side. Tony Langley, Guichet Parada and Bruno Zerilli all work together on strategy, and certainly Parada keeping the boat quick. Interlodge just behind them, all about changing gears as the little puffs come in, accelerating. You could just see that working nicely for Gladiator. Phoenix in the middle of the course. This is quite tough for the helm on Phoenix, not having sailed in these light breezes very much. I'd say it's so much about the feel for the boat and seeing the pressure coming in. And for sure, you speak to anyone in the fleet who's sailed with Harmuller Spear, he's a top helmsman in his own right, and totally fired up to come away with a final race flourish. Now for me, the boats are way out on that right side, look to be quite high, on board with the Gladiator momentarily. So Vayu were 3 points behind going into this race. And Quantum then in 10th. So for me, that right side looking good just now. Vayu look to be quite high, so do Sled, Alpha Plus over there. Looks a little bit like a Platoon Aviation, pointing kind of towards them. So Two changes, key changes on value this week, with Manu Weiler in as tactician and also Will Best in as navigator. Platoon looking just a little bit better. He's got circuit champions have good pace, or reasonable pace going across. The breeze is up and down quite a lot. It's going to be all about knitting together the best strands of breeze and staying out the lighter patches. Of course, on the Gladiator, Bruno Cirilli and Guy Parada have sailed together for so many miles and so many different boats. It's a great little partnership. As they roll into their tack, they are the most left-hand boat, just going on to port now. Just watching now how Platoon close with the boats on the right side. For me, the right side slightly stronger. Could it be that Value are going to lead round this top mark? Watching as Platoon converge. Great, hugely experienced afterguard on board the Platoon. Vasco Vascotto has won the Far 40 Worlds here before. Has been here many times. In fact, he just reminded us when we were doing our pre-regatta interviews that he won the Far 40 Worlds, having fallen in the water on the first race. They still managed to pull back a 5th place. And actually they're looking quite good relative to the boats on the right now. Just slightly slower. Interlodge a little bit kind of in no man's land for the moment. Local boat, Austin Fragaman steering the 52. And as you'll see in some of our interviews, Gwen Fragaman, his wife, has a smaller interlodge, a 44-foot boating design. And there we go. Gladiator cross. Platoon cross. Max concentration all the way through the fleet. And there we go, a little indicator there. We see interlodge. Crossing Allegra, I think it is. No, Sled, in fact. So Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, already 220 meters behind Platoon. Phoenix we have in second just now, furthest out to the right for the moment. So the main thing for the Quantum team is not to panic, just keep focused, keep working, keep chipping away. And for sure in this shifty breeze and these light conditions, there should be chances to get back. But all credit in the meantime to our race officers from the New York Yacht Club and Maria Torrijos, just keeping everybody informed all the way through yesterday. And in the end we're rewarded today by what looks to be a decent enough race. So hopefully this breeze stays in. Though Platoon do seem to have slowed in a little bit of a patch, but they do have quite a decent lead over Phoenix. Vasco Vascotto, they're just talking to Harm all the time. It's interesting to listen to Morgan Reeser saying that how Vasco just, you have a stream of consciousness on board, is commentating all the time about what he sees happening, what he wants Harm to do. On his left you have Dirk de Ridder, the Dutch main sheet trimmer, America's Cup winner. And now on board we see Hasso Plattner there steering the Phoenix. They're second or third on the water, I have them. We're going to head up the windward mark and wait for the fleet, see how it plays out. So a relatively short beat, as you would hope for in these light conditions. Still the breeze is no more than 6.5 knots. Crew's just hiking and prepared to bring their legs in at any second. Interlodge actually looking a little bit better coming up this second half of the beat. Gladiator top three. Interlodge have done some good work then. So I guess Quantum Racing powered by American Magic just feeling the tension then in the end. Jumping the start gun. That's going to be just seeing a Gladiator coming in with pace from the left. In the end, Platoon just a little bit slow and some current going. Current going left to right, looking at our picture, I think. Not helping them, but Gladiator coming in on port. But will be, I think, probably second round. If we can just tack in front of Interlodge, but massive credit then to the team which had to retire from the last race with damage. Bouncing back, Platoon Aviation, Harmuller Spreer's German flag team coming around the windward mark now. Bouncing back in his own way, Austin Fragment in third, the Gladiator just getting through in second. About a boat length behind our Interlodge. fifth will be Vayu, I think, in fourth. Vayu just a little bit slow. Accelerating round the top mark now. So Vayu fourth. Allegra in fifth. Sled in sixth. Phoenix seventh. Eighth is going to be Alpha Plus, Paprec, and Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, in 10th. So the advantage with Platoon then on this race, and Vayu for the moment holding the Regatta lead, with Quantum down in 10th. They're lying 4th. Wondered in the next few seconds we could see the projected points table from our geeks at Geo Racing. We'll maybe get that in a short while, but we can work out that Vayu are leading the regatta for the meantime. Quantum Racing coming around in 10th. And Gladiator holding on to third nicely. They just need to keep Allegra and Sled behind them. So there you go, your points. As we said, Vayu winning the regatta at the moment by 3 points. Quantum on 27, Gladiator 34, Allegra 37, and fifth would be Sled. Eighth, in sixth place, Platoon. So very much a one-sided run by the looks of things. No incentive for Quantum Racing or anyone towards the back of the fleet to jive away. So great work from Manu Weiler. Certainly getting off the line well, getting out to the right. Didn't quite work out as well as it did for the middle of the course, and the middle right worked for Platoon. Though Platoon, I think the key thing was their start was really, really sharp, with pace in the middle of the line, and from there on they just needed to avoid the light patches. So Quantum Racing powered by American Magic, then the American flag team have to take places round the next, this downwind and the next upwind before the finish. And at the moment they're not making too much of an impression on Paprec. Alpha Plus jibed off early. Gladiator jibing now, so to Platoon Aviation, one of the two new boats in the fleet. So platoon's lead is about 50 metres, something like that. Interlodge hanging in there nicely in third. Value have got some catching up to do, but I think as much as anything they're just sail fairly conservatively. Try and stay in clear air. In the meantime, happy to do their own thing, pushing out slightly to this right side rather than matching platoon, who went left. Gladiator went left, or have gone left. So no signs of any significant increase in the breeze. It's maybe what we've got for the afternoon, but in which case we'll take that and we'll use it. Quarter to 2 local time. They say the cut-off, no warning signal after 3:30, so it should certainly be time enough, supposing the breeze stays in, to get a second race. So there may be chance for Quantum to atone and get themselves back to the top of the table, but they have got a load of work to do just now. So looking at other teams other than Quantum, who lead the circuit, if you're looking at podium contenders, you certainly have Gladiator in that frame, if you like. Keiji Parada, when I spoke to him before the event started, saying their big thing was to lose the 8ths and the 9ths that they had in Palma, and if we could turn them into 4ths, 5ths and 6ths, win the occasional race, and you could certainly see them on the podium at the end of the season. Geishy, of course, now over a year with Gladiator. He's such a fountain of knowledge about the TP52 technically, but also knows how to run a winning team, how to get the most out of each member, and more importantly, structure and processes. And I have to say, to be fair to them, or to Geishy and the Azura team to a certain extent, they very much learned from Quantum progressively over the years. They realised that they had to keep upping their game in that department, in the processes, the disciplines, the no stone unturned approach. So breeze actually building very slightly, I feel. Just approaching the windward mark. Cool, calm and collected on board the platoon aviation. Certainly would be great to see the team, which has had a little bit of a tough start to the season, I think there were higher expectations from outside than from inside the team with regard to their first performances in Palma. So coming through the leeward gate now, being chased by Gladiator, platoon going right hand mark, and I think we'll probably go out to the right looking upwind. Nice breeze then, probably just on 7 knots now. Beautiful Sunday afternoon for racing at this one of the world's top locations for sailboat racing and indeed sailing as a whole. Gladiator going round second. And actually they've got quite a little lead. Next will be Interlodge, still third, so no change in the top 3. Value, you have to say, look fairly secure in 4th. For them it's just about keeping their lane clear going upwind, trying not to get involved with Allegra, who are just to their left coming into the mark. I think they'll go round. They're going to go left hand mark. Just ahead of Allegra. They'll be about a boat length ahead as they round. Nice rounding from Value. Sled are going to come round in 6th. Mr. Akura steering this week and having a good time by all accounts. Missed out the Palma Regatta. Murray Jones was steering then. Now then, Phoenix coming round in 7th. Quantum fighting back then. They have 2 boats coming in from the left, downwind, Alpha Plus and Paprec. Alpha Plus, I think, will still get to the mark before them. Interesting call. Quantum can go all the way over to the left, then change. I think they're changing mark, having to come all the way back to this left-hand mark, looking upwind. So certainly taking one boat, I kind of felt that they had an opportunity there to get through Alpha Plus perhaps, but they've come all the way back to the left-hand mark. And I would certainly still have them 9th or 10th. It's going to be all about what they can do in the next round. One more upwind and then down to the finish. So I'm very happy to be wrong in my earlier assertion that I didn't feel this breeze would build much, but actually we're starting to get a few little sparkles on the water, 1 or 2 little white horses, some little white caps. Boats are a little bit more powered up and looking pretty good. I have to say that although there was a great deal of hope yesterday when we went ashore, some of the big brains, the navigators and coaches, were saying they felt that today was likely to be worse than yesterday. in terms of the potential for breeze, but in fact this looks pretty decent. Certainly team's nicely powered up. Not quite a max hike. So on board with the Vayu, still the regatta leaders. I kind of felt Quantum had made an impression down that run and then maybe just lost out a little bit. Couldn't find a lane into that right hand mark. However, it's all about learning. Maybe on this, going up this speed, I kind of feel that Gladiator and Platoon in particular seem to be in good pressure relative to the boat's way out on the right side. Look to be just folding very, very slightly. And you can be pretty sure at this stage that Platoon and Gladiator will not get involved with each other, with their own battles to fight. As I've said a few times, Guillermo Parada and Vasco are still the very best of friends and still sail together on other boats. So there's no way that they're going to go out of their way to camp on Gladiator, I wouldn't think. Vayu going the same way up this left side. Just watching there, Victor Mourinho there at the back of Platoon. He's on the runners, which is very much the kind of accelerator pedal, if you like. He controls the power in the rig. Beautiful flat water. Probably 8 knots of breeze, 8.5. There we go, Platoon tack off Gladiator. I think they'll go another 15-20 metres and go as well. They'll end up being most left-hand boat, which you're happy to do. So Vayu can just keep a loose cover on Allegre as much as they are, as best they can. Interlodge plugging away nicely in the third place just now. So for sure then a few nervous hours for the race team who manage our races, Mario Torrijo and the team from the New York Yacht Club. But made all the right decisions, brought the fleet out when they felt more confident there may be breeze coming in, minimised the waiting time, and off we go. Phoenix going quite well out on that right side. There's Hasselblattner then steering the Phoenix. Ed Baird talking quietly to him, telling him what he sees and how he's sailing. Hassel, so much experience over the years, so many different boats, still sailed 505s until a little while ago. Tina was reminding us, sailed a few Newport Bermuda races. Newport Bermuda race starts next week. So that's Dylan Whitcraft there on the runners on board the Value. Value, I think, updated their foil package for this year. Maybe some little gains out on the right hand side looking upwind, maybe. Certainly the boat coming across from the furthest right, I think probably Phoenix, sailing quite high. Done. So approaching the windward mark, second time up. Breeze holding in nicely so far. I can see maybe a little gain to Allegra then coming from that right hand side looking upwind. Maybe. So this could be a key moment for Value. So bow number one approaching the windward mark. And we're just watching that cross, and Allegra tack inside Value, so again to Allegra. Also a nice gain to Phoenix coming up this second beat, I think. Phoenix coming across quickly. Relatively speaking, I think they're going to be a long way ahead of Allegra. So nice gain, I think, to Phoenix. We'll just see that start to happen now. So good calls from Ed Baird. Ed Baird tacking, our Phoenix tacking ahead of Allegra. Allegra slowed momentarily. So some changes. So platoon navigator Jules Salter. Nice ley line call, just a little bit in hand. No mistaking who's coming around in second. For the meantime, still Gladiator. Now then, Vayu potentially losing 1 or 2 boats on this upwind. Dropping back closer in terms of boats, closer to Quantum. The Quantum not really coming forward. Gladiator round in a good second, a good third for Interlodge. Fourth, well, fourth is going to be Phoenix. Vayu just underpowered. You can see the Vayu have got all their legs in it at the moment. Vayu quite underpowered. You see just a light patch coming up round this top mark. And there'll be massive credit to Cameron Dunn and Ed Baird on the Phoenix, getting themselves up to fourth. Allegra will come round in fifth. Vayu are going to be sixth. And under pressure as well from Sled. Not far behind. So Vayu cannot afford to drop another place for the meantime. Once we get down this run, hopefully our experts can bring up the projected standings. But Vayu, from having been fourth at the top mark, are now in sixth. But for all that, Paprec and Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, are way back. I mean, they're out of touch now with Alpha Plus. So really Vayu need to at least protect against Sled. Yeah. So penalty for Paprec. Which is interesting. That could be also key because Quantum now end up in ninth, Vayu in sixth. It should be even. So nothing in it. So projected points just now would be Quantum and Vayu are even at the moment. Both on 26 points. Gladiator 34, Allegra 37. So that incident between Quantum and Paprec plays a role, or could end up playing a role in who wins this regatta. Quantum then a long way back in ninth, and Paprec even further back. But Value need to be taking places down this run. It's actually quite light and streaky. Value went left early. Will this be the one and only race we get today? I don't know. It's just very hard to call just now. So Value need to pull back Allegri if they're going to win this regatta. Could be decided on the finish line the way things look at the moment. Certainly there's not much that Quantum can do in terms of attacking now. They're a long way behind Alpha Plus. Quite light breeze coming down this run. You have Allegri nearest us, Value in the middle, and then furthest to the left Sled. And these should be conditions that Value is quick in still, even though it's an older boat. But huge kudos to the platoon team heading down towards the finish line. It should be their a race win for them. And really just when they need it in terms of their morale. Best result for Platoon this season was second in the sixth. That's the penultimate race in Mallorca. And the last time they won a race was back at the TP52 Worlds in Barcelona in August. And in Barcelona, Platoon won 2 races en route to becoming world champions. So a win coming just at the right time for the team, which has had such a tough week. And certainly, beyond everything else in this race, they've been quick enough, without any shadow of a doubt. But a massively, massively talented team. America's Cup winners all the way through the programme. Ocean race winners. Olympic medalists. To be at the finish line. So really at the moment, depending what happens, whether we get a second race, Value need to get through Allegra if they're going to win this regatta. And if anything, I think Platoon have extended slightly down this run. Breeze picking up very, very slightly, I think, again, just pulsing down the track. Phoenix probably have the best of it, getting to them first. How that will play out for this little battle between Sled, Allegra and Value will be interesting. Meantime, the 52 Super Series champions, Platoon Aviation, with this brand new boat this year, just passing level with our leeward gate and heading down towards their first race victory for the new boat. First race victory this season. And in fact, as we said, their first race win since Barcelona, where they won the World Championship, where they won 2 races in Barcelona. So we're coming up to, or just on 2:15. Plenty of time for a second race if Maria decides there's sufficient breeze. So it's going to be all about the final approach into the finish line for Value and Allegra. In particular, say Value need to take a place. Just lost out on the top part of that second beat. So win for Platoon there for Hermüller Sprier's German team coming up in the next few seconds. The race committee already with the hooter, and a lovely win then for Platoon Aviation, their first win with this new boat, bow number 1. Double champions last year, world and circuit champions. Next through will be Gladiator. We'll move on to 34 points. Then Interlodge are going to get a good 3rd place. Then a good race for Hasso-Plattner on the Phoenix, getting up to 4th to go to 40 points. Now super close between the next 3 boats. Looking very much like this is going to be this is going to be a Allegris race. Maybe Vayu can get there, just getting a little bit of a puff. It's going to be so close. Looking like Vayu might get there. They're more towards the left-hand end of the line. And I think Vayu getting there with Sled just inside them and Allegra really too close to call for me at the moment. But super close. We're going to have to wait until our race officer Maria Perijo gives us the final finishing order there. Certainly Andy Soriano's considers that Vayu got that one just by the body language, but we're going to have to wait and see. So Alpha Plus coming through the line now, and it's going to be Quantum Racing coming through for 9th. And Patrick will be through in 10th. So who would have thought that incident between the 9th place and the 10th place boat would have a bearing on the outcome of this regatta, but that seems to be the case. Patrick had to do turns, letting Quantum away. Of course, Quantum in that position in the first place, having been over the start line. So nervous wait for everyone on every count. One being, are we going to go into a second race? Say it's only 20 past 2. So really no reason why we wouldn't, I wouldn't think. Certainly looking at how Patrick are coming through the line with their kite nicely filling. Looking upwind towards the boats racing on this same circle. They seem to be nicely powered up. So both teams then, I think Quantum and Vayu living to fight another day, I would imagine. The breeze is still in okay, but who would have thought then, with all Quantum really needed to do was get off the line in good shape, ended up being over, having to recross, and in this light breeze there was no coming back from there. So Vayu setting up by getting a quick bit of food, I would imagine, or hydration. For sure everybody looking like we'll go for a second race, but it's going to be one way or another. It's super close between Quantum and Vayu, potentially a point in it. Turn it up.
Can you please repeat the finishing order?
Yes, this is the finishing order of Flat 2, second Gladiator, third Interlodge, fourth Phoenix, 5 Vayu, 6
Vayu getting 5th.
7 Allegre, 8 Alpha Plus, 9 Quantum Racing, 10 Patrick.
So yes, just confirmed there from Maria that Vayu did get 5th place, ahead of both Sled and Allegra in that super tight finish. So Quantum Racing will get a 9th and go to 26 points. Value will be on 25 in the meantime. We'll get that confirmed very shortly, but it does look like Value might go into the last race with a 1-point lead. But Quantum Racing have no room for errors like they made in the previous start. All credit to Platoon winning the start. So confirmation from 1440 warning signal for the next race, and to say Value and Quantum Racing powered by American Magic very much head to head. You would consider Value just leading by a single point. All credit, as I say, to Platoon. Won that one pretty much off the start line. So we'll take a little bit of a break. We'll join us again in a few minutes. Say 1440 local time is our warning signal. We'll see you then.
contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. Wonder if there's peace I can find, instead of always being on the grind. I need a new purpose, I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching, you're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything seems hazy, is there some place for safety I can go? Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away, you're never too far to run. Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away. It gets so loud that I can barely hear. But your words speak much louder than all my fears. Sometimes I just wanna disappear, running until I can feel you near. I need a new purpose, I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching, you're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything seems hazy, is there some place for safety I could go? Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away, you're never too far to run. Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away, you're never too far to run. Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away.
Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. You wanna know is how to hold on to it every moment. Dive into it like my love is an ocean. It's overflowing.
Well, what a nail-biting finish there with Allegra and Sled just losing out to Vayu. So Vayu go into the final race with a lead of a single point ahead of Quantum Racing powered by American Magic, who were over the start line and really were on the back foot from there on in. So it's Vayu 25, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic 26. They're 8 points clear of Gladiator, so kind of a match race for the title, you might imagine. But also always in the background, we're thinking long term. We're thinking about the 52 Super Series title, and there's no possibility, I think, of them going head to head. I think we'll see them more or less sailing their own race because it's about the long term game. Third place Gladiator and 34, Platoon on 30, along with Sled and Allegra. Still only a point between these three, and everything to play for. So nervous times, I think, particularly for Vayu and for Quantum Racing powered by American Magic. Vayu were up in fourth, round the top mark that time. They seem to be in control of their destiny, and that shift on the second upwind saw the gains particularly to Phoenix come in from the right. Also Allegra getting through Vayu in particular. So it's all on in this last race. Breeze is still much as it was, I think. Round about 7 to 8 knots. It dropped certainly in the latter part of that race. Still quite streaky at times. So this time we're shooting on the right side of the track. We're beside the committee boat. Remember that off the start line last time, the preferred side off the start line was certainly this committee boat end. Little bit more bias, I think, perhaps on the left-hand end, just looking at from where we are at this right end of the line. Quantum Racing powered by American Magic have Alpha Plus just below them, Sled above them. Meantime, Phoenix bring the bow up just to close the door a little bit on Vayu, not letting them in there. Phoenix have Platoon just to weather of them. Once again though, you feel that most of the fleet want to be at this right end of the line with 1 minute to go. Now a little tack, just burning off a little bit of speed and distance, just trying to hold their lane closest to the committee boat. Interlodge are high on the ley line for the committee boat just now. It's all about building speed and hitting the gun with maximum speed in the right preferred position. Just now Quantum are between Vayu and Sled. It's going to be close to say most of the action at this end of the line. Quantum a little bit more conservative this time towards the pin end of the line. Potentially they're going to get rolled by Sled. It's all about the final speed build. Nice build from Alpha Plus down at that end of the line. Individual recall. Bow 11, bow 5. So that's individual recall is for Phoenix. And bow 5, of course, is Sled, so both having to go back. Opens the door slightly for the teams round about them. So bow 5 is clear now, Sled are clear. Phoenix having to go back. So in the end, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic, a reasonable, decent start. So Interlodge have a decent start as well. Quantum just a little bit slow down to leeward of the main group. Allegra tacking off early, or tacking away from the group. Platoon seem to have a good start once again. Bows forward on Interlodge. So Gladiator going right early. They've got good wind pressure, good lane. I feel they've done well off the start line so far. So tough times for the Phoenix and Sled. Sled needed a good result in this one to get back at Allegra and Gladiator. Allegra slightly slow for the moment. Platoon probably best positioned of the main group just now. Certainly to weather. I think maybe just with a little click of speed over Quantum. Alpha Plus furthest to the left of the main pack. So on board with Vayu going quite well in the early stages. Allegra punching out to the right side on port. Gladiator, our tracker says they have 6 just now, but I think once we see them tack onto starboard, might not be as low as that, but it's all about this first shift up this beat. Way out on the left side, I think certainly Quantum looked quite good. And Platoon looked pretty decent, certainly top 2, top 3. Allegra on our right side looking upwind. But a good race in prospect for sure. Suitable finale, you know, after missing out racing yesterday. Once again, a dramatic final day. And very, very close. At the moment, it's all about the race between Quantum and Vayu. And there's only 3 or 4 meters between them. Quantum with the upper hand in the meantime. Vayu are just to weather. Platoon with their own lane relay in third. The battle for the Regatta title is behind them. Platoon then attacking. Allegra we still have as leading on this right side. They're just to weather of us on the TV boat. I would actually have an Interlodge ahead of them. Interlodge to weather just now. Way over on that left side we have Vayu and Quantum. Nothing in it between the two, but Quantum, powered by American Magic, have a small advantage, though in 5th and 6th the points would be even just now. I think tie-break would go to Quantum, supposing the points landed even. However, we're only on the first upwind. We're just waiting for Gladiator to tack. Breeze is still pretty solid, or certainly as solid as it's been. Interlodge, I feel, bow forward on Allegra. Yeah, I see this Gladiator then. We're on this right side with Gladiator. I can see them gaining leverage, certainly on the boats on that left side. And certainly lifting and in pressure, lifting above the line of Allegra. And for sure, Interlodge looking like they're having a decent final day with Austin Fragaman driving on home waters. And he, of everybody here, deserves a good final day. Did a lot of work into making sure the 52 Super Series has come to Newport. For me, Gladiator closest to the windward mark by some margin at the moment, and I think just lifting slightly on this starboard tack. But great racing, nothing in it. Don Cowie saying in our pre-race interview, or pre-racing interview this morning, saying that he couldn't remember the racing be so close in this fleet. Everybody overlapped at the windward marks and leeward gates. Small gains here and there. Certainly for me, on that, looking at that left side, we can see Platoon are probably the strongest on that left side. So you kind of wonder a little bit how this match between Quantum and Vayu is going to play out. I said that I didn't expect them to end up in a match race, but maybe Quantum just thinking they have quite a lot of points in hand for the circuit at the moment. For sure, a pretty decent situation overall for Quantum as a sailmaker. These have the top three boats. 1, 2, 3, all powered by Quantum, and all sharing data, sharing the briefing and debriefing. Gladiator going well on this right side, more powered up, I'm sure, than the boats on the left. So Quantum looking like they're doing what they have to do to win this regatta. Not so sure what their briefing would be from Coach James Line, but I think it's a very important for them as a team to learn how to win as a team, and from that point of view, keeping your opposition covered is in order to win the regatta. is important. Even if you end up deeper in the fleet. We've seen it so many times in the sport. You've got to do what you've got to do to win. However, Gladiator leading this fleet up the first beat. Platoon coming across from the left-hand corner of the course, just ducking behind Interlodge. Interlodge, of course, Cameron Appleton calling tactics. Very much a local, lived here for 17 years. Going out to the little bit further into the left side. Platoon will be behind Allegra. Quite liking Quantum's approach. So Value then being contained at the moment by the 5 times champions. The Value just getting a little bit of a lift perhaps. Maybe not be so super close. Value coming out to this right side a little bit. Interlodge now furthest out to the left. So just now would be Quantum Racing leading the standings, but only on count back for the moment. Gladiator in a solid third. Then Allegra would get up to fourth, and Platoon Aviation in fifth for the moment. But that's we're not even at the windward mark for the first time up. So for sure, Gladiator another good upwind. Potentially, if things stand the way they are, then Tony Langley's team could be the boat of the day. So approaching the windward mark, first time up. 2 boats, of course, over the start line. Gladiator with a little bit in the bank, coming to this top mark. Value needing a boat, needing a place. Top mark then, first time round, final race of the XS 52 Super Series Newport Trophy Regatta. Gladiator round in first. Next will be Allegra. Platoon just a little bit tight on lay line. Patrick actually going to get round in third. And Platoon just, as I said, a little bit tight. So too Interlodge tight. Harm just having to pull the bow up a little bit, but get round. I'll give them fourth. Fifth is going to be Interlodge, and then Vayu are getting through in sixth. They have two boats in hand for the moment to Quantum, so Vayu extending their lead. How dramatic, how exciting. Phoenix get round in seventh. Eighth for me at the moment are Alpha Plus. Ninth, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic, and Sled are 10th. So Quantum have got some work to do. They have to get through Alpha Plus and potentially through Phoenix and Vayu. So if Quantum have to finish in front of Vayu, so who'd have thought then the advantage is with the Thai team, they very much the underdogs at this regatta. Quantum jibing early. Sarah Stone on the mid bow, Greg Gundell there on the bow, getting the kite down. After guard, Nevin Snow and Victor Diaz de Leon looking for something now. Nevin Snow, you can see standing, strategist. Victor more towards at the back of the boat, just watching his angles on the opposition. They're chasing Quantum. So for the meantime, the regatta win would be with Vayu, and what a celebration there would be for the Whitcraft family. However, it's far from over. I think Quantum have made some gains already since coming round that top mark. Rolling out the staysail. Projected standings just now would show Vayu leading on 31 points with actually 4 points in it from Gladiator and Quantum. Quantum, though, I'm sure making gains for me on this left side at the moment. We can't sit here. Seemed to have a good lane of pressure to Quantum. But certainly nervous times for the Quantum Racing team. Chasing Alpha Plus. Alpha Plus going well. Yeah, Vayu and Quantum just now. Vayu dropping to 7th just now, not being as quick down this run. For sure Quantum have pressure, and if anything knocking, just sailing slightly more directly towards the mark. So I'm thinking this looking like quite a decent call from the Quantum afterguard. So ideally they need a boat between them and Vayu. We don't want to be relying on countback. So at the moment it would be even on points. Gladiator would be the top boat for the day. So projected standings, as we say, at the moment it would be Quantum Racing powered by American Magic on 33, Vayu on 33, Gladiator on 35, but that's so only on countback. Most of all, watching as Quantum Racing jibe and go back at Vayu. Quantum, I think, will be ahead or will jibe inside. So too I think that Allegri have made a gain relative to Gladiator. But it's pretty close. Really nothing in it between Vayu and Quantum. Vayu deciding to jibe inside and maintain their position. Need to have a really good jibe, try and keep control of Quantum. Though I think Quantum are going to jibe back, possibly. And in fact, in the end, just rolling underneath Vayu. Vayu didn't seem to come out of the jibe with enough pressure. Meantime, Quantum have run out of pressure momentarily. And Vayu keeping control for the meantime. Manu Weiler, a very accomplished match racer. So just to be clear, to have any chance of winning this regatta, Quantum have to finish in front of Vayu. Training partners along with Gladiator. Gladiator holding off Allegri for the meantime. So Vayu now have, according to Tracker, now have a platoon between them and Quantum. Not so sure I would agree with that. It's all about the jibe. Quantum have jibed away. Alpha Plus gaining on this left side. Have stuck to the left. Jibing back nicely, Tom Burton then tactician on Alpha Plus. So breeze has moved 20 degrees or so to the right. So we're going to orange marks now, but Gladiator leading through the leeward gate. Right shift as we saw coming down that run. Gladiator, Allegra, Paprec, and actually they've got some distance on the fleet now. Alpha Plus made that gain coming down the run. Key thing is though, actually in the end, key thing is that Alpha Plus are just ahead of Quantum, just ahead as they jibe. Should be able to hold them out wide around this turn, but it's very, very close. Quantum have got inside. Quantum are having to do, I think, possibly have a penalty. Not sure. There was certainly a call. But no, they're coming to this right-hand mark. So round through the leeward gate, then we have Interlodge Phoenix on the left-hand mark, though very slow coming into the mark. On the left is Vayu. Meantime, Quantum on the right. So the two separate out. Quantum are right on the stern of Sled and have to tack to clear. Meantime, Vayu very slow round that mark. And really in the end they're round, I think, in 9th and 10th. And that could even open the door for a Gladiator. We'll see that in a minute. Hopefully we can look at the projected points table. But yeah, Quantum Racing just now. Quantum Racing would win the regatta by a single point as it stands at the moment, but they've still got a long way to go up this beat. And Gladiator tied on points with Vayu 35, 35, 34. There's a long way to go up this beat. And in the end, Vayu have really struggled round that leeward mark. Unfortunately, got slowed. Quantum will cross them. So really tough times for the Vayu. They were very much in the match and had some measure of control of Quantum coming down that run, but just messed up the leeward gate rounding, got slowed, and now I think in 10th. Quantum two boats ahead, possibly 3, 7th, tracker says. Meantime, on board with Tony Langley and the Gladiator team, looking at a 1-2 for the day, which is not too shabby in anybody's measure, and actually extending the two British boats. Leading on the water just now, 1 and 2. Paprec from France in 3. Looking like they'll finish on a high note for them. Got a second earlier on the week. So good final race. Lots of drama, lots of place changing. But it's a scrappy, messy way to win a regatta for sure, particularly when you consider how Quantum started the week, winning 2 or 3 from 4, wasn't it, in the first couple of days. I can imagine that if they can get this across the line, then it will be a much more confident team going forward into the World Championship here next month. Quantum are the team which has won the world title most often. But it's all part of the learning process, as I say, learning to win. And at the moment, you'd have to call it winning ugly. But still half an upwind to go and a downwind. But Value kind of on the ropes. And really Gladiator sailing an immaculate race, just able to sail the shifts at will. Allegra have Paprec not far behind, and in the end we're looking like all three top teams would finish on 35 points. How close is that? It could not be possibly closer. Gladiator can't do anything more in terms of influencing the outcome of this regatta. They're leading comfortably, and if anything, extending over Allegra and Paprec once again. In fact, Allegra second to the old Allegra. But this is as much about, I think, the afterguard on Gladiator really firing on all cylinders, not making mistakes today, having confidence in their choices. And really matured as a team since starting out with, say, Guichet, Guillermo Parada and Bruno Zerilli, and the other changes to the lineup which were in evidence in Saint-Tropez last year. So Quantum, meantime, kind of keeping a bit of a loose cover on Value, forward and to their left. say Gladiator very much sailing the shifts and the pressure, keeping themselves between Allegra and the windward mark. They've got a good cushion on second place Allegra, who in turn have a good bit on Paprec. So small changes, the leaderboard changing for the regatta all the time. Quantum would win by 2 points. Vayu would win second by two points ahead of a Gladiator. And then still close between Allegra Sled. Just a point between Allegra and Sled. And actually Platoon were further up the table, but not able to get into the top three in this race. They looked good early on, mind you. This is a race which has been marked by the right shifts. If you're on the wrong side of it, then you've kind of struggled. But Gladiator have got that right generally. Anyway, we can certainly be thankful that we've got two good races in today. Fairly light breezes. I don't think we've seen more than 9 knots over the course of both races. Probably just on that just now. Teams fully hiked coming upwind. And if anything, it's a victory against the naysayers of yesterday afternoon, who were saying that today would be worse than yesterday. Yesterday we had, well, certainly the teams had, I think, 8 hours on the water waiting for a breeze. Almost got a race away around about 4 o'clock, but this thermal breeze just disappeared. So we're racing in this southerly. So we are back here in a month's time for the Rolex TP52 World Championship. Just over a month, I think 5 weeks' time. There or thereabouts. Harm Müller-Spreer is the defending champion. Won it on a super close final day in Barcelona when they denied Preveza on the last race. Unbelievable finale in the America's Cup host city. It's all on the final run, and Platoon did just enough. So we're never short of close races and close final days and the 52 Super Series these days, which is probably as much why, as I say, we're expecting 2 boats to join the circuit later on in the year in Portals. One team from Brazil and one French team. So Gladiator then rounding the top mark for the final time. They have got a good bit in hand over Allegra. Third, well, interesting. could be Alpha Plus. You can see some current on the water just looking at how Patrick are going left to right of our picture. Allegra just coming up to the windward mark now, and in fact Tony Langley's team will be setting their kite and heading downwind towards the finish line. I say none able to have any more influence in the outcome of this regatta other than winning this race. So Allegra round in second now. Alpha Plus coming up to third. Nice way to finish the week for the team from Hong Kong. Don and Tina Kang. Patrick likewise. Loic Perron doing such a great job on the French boat. Then not far behind is Interlodge. Austin Fragaman on the helm today and enjoying this race on the twin wheels of the former Azura. Then Sled almost overlapped. Then Phoenix, Juanpa Marcus out on the bow. And Quantum Racing next. Platoon behind them, and the key thing then is that boat between them and Vayu. That gives them that 1 point lead going into the final run for this regatta. So winners of the previous race, Platoon lying in 9th position, and Platoon standing between Vayu and Quantum. Platoon go for the early jibe. So too do Vayu. Now this could be interesting. Wonder whether Quantum will elect to come with them. We've seen this persistent right shift. Now that's been the general trend over the course of the day. However, interesting. Quantum just carrying on then with Phoenix. Anyway, Vayu have to do something. They certainly won't win this regatta by chasing Quantum down the run.
At the finish.
Yeah. All the way down. So Vayu doing what they can. They have Platoon in front of them. For me, the boats on this left side have been just a little bit quicker since the mark rounding of the top mark. Anyway, gives us a little bit more excitement down this final run. Remember, Vayu led into this race by a single point. They have to do something to get past Quantum. Quantum need to at least be in front to tie on points. They would win on tie break, having won more races. And if they were still tied, it would go down to who beats who in the last race. So Don Whitcraft on the helm of the Vayu, giving it maximum concentration, just trying to ease down more towards the finish line. The more directly he can sail towards the line, the shorter distance he sails. And it closes down the gauge to Quantum. So Vayu working hard, really hard. You just see them trying to come up and keep the boat fully powered up as much as possible. Platoon proving quite quick down this run. So important to in this situation for Vayu to just focus on sailing fast, and for the helmsman to watch his numbers, not to look across at Quantum. So too for helmsman on the Quantum. Harry Melgis needs to do the same thing, focus on the finish line, sailing as deep as fast as he can when he's got pressure, and not to naturally rise up to their main rival. Just little wave on the water as well. Just gives a little bit of extra speed for Vayu just now. But a big lead for Gladiator. Sled coming way out to this left side. When the breeze is pulsing down from the high left, you would tend to favour it to a certain extent. But for sure, boat of the day is going to be Gladiator. Big lead for them. Vayu coming down with Platoon on that left side. Whether they can get round the front of Quantum will be interesting. Vayu finished, let's remember this, Vayu finished 10th in Palma with, I think, penalty points if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had 3 penalty points for a collision. So nervous times then for the Quantum team and for the Value team. Tracker have Value round the front of Quantum for the meantime. Value on course, were that to hold true to the finish line. Value could win this regatta. Really an immaculate performance by Manu Weiler in particular. Come in and injected some great tactics. I think pretty much supported by Dylan Whitcraft as the backstay. In the backstay, Dylan and Don, of course, did the an Olympic program for Thailand in the 49er, so they come in fresh from that. And Quantum looking at a 10th in this race at the moment. Really, you wonder, as I said at that top mark, they broke away out to the right. Gladiator then come through for the race win. Celebration horn from Italia, Tony Langley's super yacht. So Gladiator on 35 points. Who's going to be through second? Looking like it could be Alpha Plus or Patrick. Patrick on port. Still close. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Quantum in a better position coming into the finish line. Back on the line. So coming through potentially for second will be Patrick. It's going to be very, very close. Patrick then just getting second by a nose. Alpha Plus get third. Next through is going to be Sled. Sled get fourth. Allegra fifth. Then Phoenix. Phoenix gets sixth. Now still close between this is going to be very, very close. Income, the Thai boat, Income Value coming in inside Quantum Racing. Bow comes down and the race win is for Value. Regatta win. Value get down inside Quantum, inside Platoon at the finish line. Just checking they're clear through the line okay. Big hugs on the Value then for Manu Weiler. I think they can't quite believe it for the moment, but I think so. We're not quite sure, but as far as we could see, they were led into the final race by a point and beat Quantum.
Finishing out of race number 8, first Gladiator, second Patrick, third
Quantum Racing get 10th, so there you go. Unbelievable. They'd won it, they'd lost it, they'd won it, and they won it in the end.
Bravo flags have been displayed.
So, there we go. They came so close in Scarlino when they could have won the regatta. And today they've done what they had to do, and I have to say that Quantum did not cover themselves with glory. Certainly starting over the line in that first race and let Value go out to the left coming down that run. So just trying to get the team to line up for our victory photo. Six, I think. Six members of the Whitcraft family on board. And Dylan and Dawn, going to say, coming back from their Olympic programme, disappointed, but really, what a fantastic regatta they've sailed. They're in contention from day one. They've had one or two little minor hiccups, once not quite getting off the line, but otherwise starting very often off the pin end of the line, sailing solid tactics. And proving that you don't have to be a top tier max budget team to win here on the 52 Super Series. Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, in contention, started well, and really another final day that they need to debrief and work out what went on. But also credit to Gladiator, top boat on their last day with a first and a second. I haven't seen the points tallies, I'm afraid, as yet, but it could well be a Gladiator getting second. Hopefully we'll just get that in a few seconds. So the results, I think, there we go, results then showing you Value winning on 33 points. Second, Gladiator, Tony Langley's team on 35. Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, finishing with a 9th and a 10th today on a day they needed to excel. So getting third on 36 points. Food for thought for them. Sled get fourth place on 42 points. Allegra 44. Massive credit to Phoenix team. coming away with 6th, first regatta for Hasso and Tina Plattner for a long time, so 6 for them is pretty good. Some strong scores in that lineup, and Platoon Aviation will that 11th when they damaged the rudder, costing them, but they came away with a win today, and a 9th not so good for them in the second race. Interlodge in 8th place, but a 3 and a 7 on the final day for Austin Fragaman. Surely enjoyed his final day's racing here in his home club, home waters. Pat Breck finishing with a second in the third race, 51 points, getting 9th, and Alpha Plus in 10th overall, but had some good races, finishing on a high note for them with that 3rd. So there we go, Vayu from Thailand, the Whitcraft family, winning here in Newport. Really fantastic team. I love the family aspect, and Manu Weiler, as I say, from Palma, doing a little bit of magic, spraying the magic fairy dust over this team, and to say a team that don't have the top budget, but a lot of courage, a lot of talent. So that's us, I think, from Newport. Vayu, dream win. Vayu then, a dream win for them. Circuit standings at the end of today. So Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, have a lead of only 9 points. We thought we were running away with it. Gladiator really doing a good job here in second on 72 points. Third are Sled on 75, 81 and 81 for Interlodge and Allegra. Vayu on 84. Remember, they were 10th in Palma. First here, that tells its own story. Platoon Aviation on the climb, you'd have to hope, and contenders for the World Championships next month. Pat Breck in 8th, 9th at Alpha Plus, and Phoenix, who just doing their first regatta here in 11th. So thank you so much for joining us over the course of our broadcast. A big shout out to all the fathers on Father's Day. Good number of fathers through this fleet who will be missing their nearest and dearest, but how appropriate on Father's Day that Team Vayu win, and all credit to them. So join us next month. We'll be back here in Newport for the 52 Super Series 3rd event and the Rolex TP52 World Championship. We'll see you then.